Hi guys, this week I thought I'd give you a bit of an insight on how I lay out my photos to prepare them. So I print off the week's photos and get them all cut down, and I sort of then put them in a rough sort of day by day order and time sort of order, and then start laying them out like this across my pre-drawn up sheet. So here I've realised I've got too many photos to fit in a 2-page spread. So I go through my inserts that I have. So I've just got a few packs of smaller inserts. 2 Project Life and 1 Memorology from American Crafts. So I'm just grabbing together there some photos that will work in the insert that, oh excuse me, I've got hiccups, that will sort of match together. And so there are all of my children, my 2 oldest children building or practicing building. So I'm just sort of grabbing out the inserts now, and I'm just going to work out what will fit those photos best. Just move this layout to the side a second. There we go. Right, so now I'm just having a look, trying to work out which one will work. So one of them's got space for 4 6x4s. The other one's got space for 8 3x4s, and this big one from Memorology is room for 6 6x4s. So don't have enough for that big one, so I put that aside. And I look here, and I think I could perhaps cut that 6x4 in half to go in the 3x4 pocket. What I was doing before I was lifting it up and down was showing that I would prefer it in a flip flap. I think that's what they're called, but yeah, like a flap protector, but I don't have any, so I need to get some sometime. Just realised I want to put my son on the front there instead of my daughter, because it was my son's idea and my daughter just joined in afterwards, so just sort of arranging them so that they've got a bit of a flow. And there's enough room there for a journaling spot as well to write about what's going on. So I just lay the rest of these out, have a look at them, this sort of layout that I'm going to have. So as usual, in my top left hand side I'll have the title for the week, and then I've got a few spaces for journaling and decoration, and insert. And I'm just looking here, and the flow doesn't work for me on that one, so I just switch those 2 photos around, even though they weren't taken on the same day or anything. It has more of a story if they're together, so I pop those 2 down the bottom together. Alright, so I've jumped ahead now, and I've already picked out my Project Life cards and some embellishments I've just set aside that I want to work with. So I've got cut files here from the Silhouette Studios cut files. What else have I got? Some printables from Vintage Glam, and some 2Ps print files, as well as some cut files as well included there. So I just set them aside. Now I've grabbed out my Portercraft stamp for my alphabet, and the Project Life cards I'm using are the +1 from Amy Tangerine, the Project Life mini kit. So just jumping ahead now, and I'm going to stamp out my title card. This in the black ink. I'm just typing week, and I just decided to do it all wibbly wobbly. And it just didn't quite stamp properly, so I just grabbed my black pen and just go and fill it back in a bit. And just sort of tidy it up a bit. Now I'll just look for some other decoration to use on it. Just go through these ones that I picked out. Nothing there that would really work. Check the washi tape, try and find something that might work. I found this little, the tiny triangle washi tape there, and that matches the colours fairly well. So I just cut it into a little flag banner shape. I'll stick it on, I think. No. Yep. But it gets a little bit washed out. So I scrap another washi tape. And this one's I think it's a Kmart, one I got from Kmart, Australia. I just do the same with that, and I just layer them together. They don't stand out too much, but you can still tell that there. It just adds a little bit of interest to the card. It's not so flat. Let's look at some other embellishments that might work. Grab some enamel dots, and they are Bella droplets enamel dots. And I'm just stapling on that bit of print cut file that I've had there. Adding my journaling to the journaling card, and hello, Bubba. Yeah, okay. Wasn't quite enough space for my journaling. My journaling didn't take up enough space, so I fill in the bottom there with just a little bit of washi tape, just for a bit of interest. I'm just looking for something to put on the top. I just grabbed a puffy sticker there that says love. Now I'll jump ahead to this card here, and I just want to colour in the cut files that I've got there, little cutouts, die cuts, and I want to I want to make them grey. I would normally go with black or something, but I just didn't want them to stand out as much. So I grab a Copic marker C5, and I just go about colouring them in, just making them all the one colour. So they stand out against the background of the card, but not so much that it's really in your face, because they weren't a main part of the spread, so I didn't want them standing out too much. And just grabbing some glue. Just going to glue them down. Use my little glue pen. And I lost the little dots, so I just draw them in directly on the card with the Copic marker. So, this photo of my planner and my coffee and donuts from my coffee date with my baby girl. So I just want to add a couple of little embellishments on there. I was sitting down writing a shopping list in my planner, so I thought I'd snap a quick photo, as you do. I was taking photos of my daughter eating donuts actually when I took that one. And I just went on the epoxy spots that I made myself. And this is my daughter. She decided to put on some of my clothes, my bras and tops and things, so I was wearing them around when it got into my clean basket of washing. She was putting them on and wearing them around the house. Just fixed out my spelling mistake there. Right, now I'm jumping into the insert, and I'm just going to mostly do some writing on this filler card, or journaling card. Bobby. So my son Alex wants to build a billy cart. So Dad said he had to practice in his hammering and nailing and things. I just add a couple of the epoxy triangles there. So I had another one of those print files, printables. Just trim that one off, and I just saved that extra bit that I cut off there, and I might use that somewhere else. So this one here, I cut this photo in half to fit in the pocket. I really like the look of this once it's in there. I don't mind the look. Didn't think I liked the look of the spread out over two pocket photos, but once it's done, it's actually alright. If you use the right sort of photo, it works really well. Just use that second half of that paste there on that back card, as well as some epoxy dots, or enamel dots, whatever you want to call them. This set of photos here, I made this collage up in Picasa, and it's of my daughter wearing my son's glasses, and I was just snapping a few photos in a row of her as she was taking them off, and I just thought she looked so cool, like giving me looks over the top of the glasses and things. So that was really kind of cute. So I just added one of those die cuts and a couple other bit embellishments that I picked out. Just looking at the tiny word stickers to see what I've got there. I think I'll go back and add something to it now, I'm not sure. Now this one, the yes and the no, I just simply use these little tiny letter stickers from Kaisercraft, whatever you say it. And I just write out, can we get a cat? And then I grab my pen and I draw a big tick on the yes. It was a question my kids just suddenly asked my husband, and he actually said yes. Considering he's actually allergic to cats, it was a big thing. So we now have a cat. But this week we were just planning on the getting of the cat. And here is the things we got for the cat. And I'll just put a big, I think it was a yes on that one. So I just add some journaling to this, and some, put some foam to pop up those little sunglasses. A little O-snap. Put on that photo. I didn't do a great deal of embellishing directly on photos this time. It's mostly just on the journaling cards. Okay, add my journaling. Yep, there we go, like magic. And that's all I add, so I just pop them back in. Oh yeah, just looking at some of the other embellishments I've got and just seeing where else I could put them. And looking for something for that 6x4 card. And I like that owl, so I think I'll stick him on there. It was so cute. I'm glad to use him. I can't remember where I got that little owl from. I think it was a printable, or print and cut. Adding another faux flare, epoxy flare. Just quickly having a look back at the others, seeing whether I can add something else. I add that best day, I add to that half that card that was cut there. Let's see whether I can add another epoxy flare somewhere. Sorry about someone that's been off screen. I'd forgotten. I had my markers lined out, but I sort of got sidetracked when I was doing this. I think I found some way to put it. I wanted to use as many of those embellishments that I picked out at the start. because I didn't pick out a great deal of embellishments, so I thought, try and use up those. And add some epoxy dots to that one. That little owl. And that is the only embellishment I had left, was that arrow. And that is the final spread. In the bottom corner you can also see a one in the bottom left hand corner is my daughter playing, which you can just see with the bowl. And in the bottom right hand corner of the spread is a collage that I did in Picasso of the cats that we were looking at when we went to the RSPCA, so the adoption centre. So this is some close-ups of all the photos, and I will see you again next time. Cheers!